Thank you for joining us today. We are a team of professionals called American EB-5 Consultants. Our mission is to connect qualified foreign investors with pre-approved regional centers in order to lead them and their families to permanent residency and citizenship in the United States. We have spent years selecting the most promising and financially stable investments and centers, and the most successful attorneys and professionals to ensure that your investment and your green card are secure. Today, we are going to introduce you to the EB-5 Investor Visa category, focusing on the EB-5 Regional Center Pilot Program and its requirements and benefits. What is the EB-5 Investor Visa? The EB-5 visa was created in 1990 as a way to stimulate the U.S. economy and job creation through capital investment by foreign investors. At the time that it was established, an applicant was required to invest money into his own new commercial enterprise in the U.S., be engaged in the management of the business, and create 10 direct jobs for U.S. workers, excluding himself and his family within 2 years of investing in order to get a permanent green card. This was extremely difficult for applicants to do, and the success rate was very low. To address this problem, in 1993, Congress expanded the visa category and created the Regional Center Pilot Program. This program allows an applicant to invest into an economic unit called a regional center. The regional center is pre-approved by the USCIS to do business in certain fields in specific geographic areas. It is then the regional center's job to manage your investment and create the required jobs. Rather than creating 10 direct jobs, the regional center is allowed to show that 10 direct, indirect, or induced jobs were created by your investment, a much easier standard to meet. This takes the burden off of the applicant and substantially increases the success rate of the investment and green card. The EB-5 visa category is and remains one of the most underutilized visa categories available. Annually, there are 10,000 visas available through the EB-5 category. In fiscal year 2011, less than 3,500 of these were used. The majority of these visas were issued to investors from China and South Korea. Until recently, there were legal restrictions on fund transfers out of India, which prevented Indian investors from participating in this visa program. These have been relaxed now, and this is the time for Indians to take advantage of this unique opportunity. Regional center investments are thriving, and today, over 90% of EB-5 visas are based on investments into regional centers. To qualify for the EB-5 Regional Center-based visa, a foreign investor must 1. Make a minimum investment of $500,000 US. 2. Undertake investment risk, which means that the regional center cannot guarantee the return of your investment. It must be an actual investment, subject to loss and gain. 3. Pay associated costs of approximately $65,000 US, which includes $40,000 to the regional center as administrative fees, $20,000 to an immigration attorney to file all of your immigration paperwork, and $5,000 for the government filing and processing fees. And 4. Provide detailed documentation proving the identity of you and your family, that the source of the investment money is completely legal and clean, that the money belongs to you, and that you have no criminal background. The regional center bears the burden of establishing everything else that is required by the USCIS, including that the business you are investing into is proper, that the investment amount is appropriate, that the entire investment is routed into job creation, and later that the jobs have been created as planned. The most important and demanding requirement of an investor is proof that the entire investment capital comes from a lawful and traceable source. This means that your entire $500,000 must be clean white money. At a minimum, we will have to provide 5 years of tax returns, and if the income is from a business, 5 years of business taxes and foreign business registration documents. Additional requirements will vary based on the source of your investment funds. It is important to note that the entire investment amount is refunded to you if the visa is not approved. You will be wiring your investment amount into an escrow account, and it will be held by the escrow company until the visa is approved. For those of you who are not familiar with an escrow, it is an arrangement where an independent and trusted third party will hold the money and release it only on approved contractual terms. If the visa is denied, the escrow company will wire the funds back to you within 24 hours. And if the visa is approved, the escrow company will only then send the funds to the regional center. We will now go over the entire process of the EB-5 visa and the current time frame. Once you decide to pursue the EB-5 visa, the first step will be to retain a U.S. immigration law firm to gather and prepare your immigration documents. The law firm will also help you finalize which regional center you want to invest in from the pool of centers we recommend. When the attorneys verify that you qualify and meet all the requirements, you will be given the instructions to wire your investment amount into the escrow account of your chosen regional center. The attorneys will then file your EB-5 investor petition and all supporting documents with the USCIS. Once your petition is approved, the escrow will fund the money to the regional center and you will attend your U.S. consulate interview. After the interview, you will be granted a conditional green card to enter the U.S. This gives you all the same benefits of a green card, but is conditional for 2 years, pending proof that your investment was sustained and the jobs were created. After 21 months, just less than 2 years, the attorneys will file an application to remove the conditions from your green card with the proof from the regional center that the jobs were created. After 3 more years, or 5 years total of being a green card holder, you can even apply for U.S. citizenship. Processing times vary substantially, but as a general timeline, processing of your investor petition will take about 8 to 9 months. Once you are approved, it will be about 3 months of processing at the National Visa Center while you wait for your interview. This means that within 12 to 14 months from the date that the attorneys file your EB-5 petition, you will receive your green card to enter the United States. You will then enter the U.S. and have 2 years conditional residency. Just prior to 2 years of being in the U.S., the attorneys will file your application to remove the conditions on your green card. This processing takes approximately 6 months, but you remain in lawful status while it is pending. Once it is approved, you have a permanent green card with all its benefits and can even apply for citizenship just 3 years later. Now we will shift the focus to you and your investment. EB-5 investors include people from all walks of life, from professionals and business people to retirees, students, or parents looking to enhance their child's education. EB-5 allows you and your family to do anything you want anywhere in the U.S. One qualified EB-5 investment of $500,000 will cover you, your spouse, and your unmarried children under the age of 21. You must have a legal marriage certificate and birth certificates for your children, and children may turn 21 before their green card is issued, as long as they were under 21 when the petition was filed. Your investment must remain in place for 5 years. The exit strategy and return on investment varies based on the regional center you select, but every center we recommend strives to return your entire investment amount as well as some additional interest based on the success of the project you are investing into. We are confident that the regional centers and projects we guide you to will not only maintain your investment, but prosper and give you considerable returns. Since you are already here to learn about the EB-5 visa process, we probably do not have to tell you the benefits of being a U.S. green card holder or citizen. But the biggest benefit is and always will be the quality of life. The infrastructure and organization of the nation is admired around the world. Additionally, the U.S. offers free public school education for young children, resident tuition at some of the best higher education institutions in the world, and excellent government and medical benefits. The EB-5 Regional Center visa is often referred to as the red carpet process to a green card. There is no other U.S. visa process that is comparable. You are able to live, work, and retire anywhere in the U.S. There are no quota backlogs or delays with the EB-5 as there are with most of the other visa categories. No family member or employer is needed to sponsor you, since you are able to petition for yourself based on your investment. There are no language, experience, or minimum education requirements. The EB-5 visa will get you and your family permanent residency in the U.S., which can lead to U.S. citizenship after only 5 years of being a green card holder. American EB-5 Consultants is a team of professionals who specialize in guiding investors to the most promising and secure investments and regional centers. We have financial analysts, attorneys, accountants, realtors, and other qualified experts who analyze the projects and determine whether the jobs they claim will be created actually will, and whether their exit strategies and business plans are the most beneficial for our investors. Every regional center will only disclose their favorable information and hide any unfavorable details. We know the questions to ask and the most important factors involved in a successful EB-5 investment. With us on your side, you can be sure that your best interest, your permanent green card, and your investment is our top priority.